Greetings. Okay, so I've been on a roll with these picker cards. Yay, proud. Yay me. So I hope you guys have been enjoying them. So this is going to be a pick a card topic on what is it that you are being encouraged to get ready to receive. Okay. So obviously this would, imply that there's some type of blessing or, life itself is a blessing, right? Can we just say that? So we have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. I'm going to use the Trick or Treat Tarot um, as the choices for you guys. So pile number 1, your option is going to be the Page of Cups. Pile number 2, your option is going to be the Magician. And pile number 3, your option is going to be the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So I am excited because I'm already getting messages already. I shuffled these cards, and this is an authentic shuffle, okay? So we pulled these cards, and I have a good feeling that this reading is going to resonate for those who it's meant to resonate with. So let's see what it is that Spirit wants you guys to get ready to receive. I'll give you guys a moment to meditate and reflect on which card or pile stands out to you or resonates with you, and we'll figure out why that is and get some more guidance. Okay. So if you guys are drawn to pile number 1 with the Page of Cups, this is your reading. Okay. So shout out to you. First off, I feel you guys are already pretty much aware maybe of what you are being called to get ready to receive. You are intuitive already. I feel like you are a gifted person. Visually, you guys could be clairvoyant. You guys could be clairsentient, clairaudient specifically. I'm getting like I can hear a sound. So some of you guys could be very drawn to sound. Your favorite creature, species, you like jellyfish. For some of you, you may be someone that is a very transparent, very honest person. Maybe sometimes you feel like by default you're too honest, you're too transparent. You feel like that makes you receptible to, negative people. You have a very whimsical type of vibe to you, very childlike, innocent type of energy, or you just have like a pure heart. You look at people with the eyes of love and empathy, sympathy, compassion. You guys could have been, as a child, maybe a performer, or you've always wanted to perform, be a singer. Maybe you played dress up a lot, you played concert. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever played concert when you were little in your room, in front of your mirror in your bathroom, or perform for your family? Like, you love to sing or dance or act, for some of you, or all of the above. Your favorite color definitely could be like violets, lavenders, indigo colors. You could refer to yourself as an indigo child or a crystal child. You'd be very drawn to crystals. You guys may love the butterfly emoji. I'm saying something with purple or the purple hearts. Um, yeah, I would say that you're very, very creative and very intuitive. Okay. So I have this feeling too as well that for those of you that chose this pile, that you're being called, like your inner child is calling you to trust again, and not be trusting in a way where you have no discernment, or just being naive, or just completely, just not really scanning or protecting your energy, or scanning other people's energy and protecting yours. It's like from a place of wise discernment, you know, not being so closed off. It could be closed off to your dreams, closed off to opportunities, fear of the unknown, fear of maybe success, fear of growth and change and elevation. For some of you, I'm just more so getting like Some of you guys, you're being called to be receptive to love again, or just to to trust yourself. For some of you, like really trust in yourself or believe in yourself. Okay. You may like doubt that you see certain things that you really do see with your spiritual eye. You could see certain things. And I would say, of course, be discerning and careful of that. You don't want to get carried away with the spiritual thing to where, your mind is not mentally stable or grounded. So, of course, use your discernment, but give yourself some credit for the things that you are experiencing spiritually. I feel like some of you guys may have shut your gifts down as a child, or you just don't embrace them as much as you used to. So let's see what it is that you are being encouraged to get ready to receive. And some of you guys are big dreamers. You guys have the gift of like dreams, prophetic dreams, the gift of like just visions, waking visions, decoding dreams, decoding visions and symbolism. Some of you guys may also be very creative to the point that you visualize things before you create them. Like you see it in your mind's eye first, or you have a dream about it and you like wake up and you feel guided to write certain things down, or you start creating these things that you see in your dreams. What are you being guided to receive? You have remember, reflect, and purpose. Remember and reflect on your purpose. That is what you're being guided to. Open yourself, be ready to receive, fully stepping into your purpose. Everything has its divine timing, divine order. Even though it may seem like impossible things, or you feel like you're in this place of nothingness, or you're just this period of just this deserted energy where you feel like everything is dried up, there's nothing available, there's a lack here. Spirit wants you to shift your perspective and remember there's a point in your life where you felt called to something, or you felt connected to all that is. So some of you, like something with the tree of life. It's like as above, so below. Like if you believe in spiritual things, why don't you believe that the possible in the spirit realm is possible here in the physical as well? It's like some type of limitation you're placing on yourself and your significance in this world, or just as a participant of life, in the human experience. It's kind of like you downplay, your existence to some degree. For some of you that resonates with this. So you're being guided to get ready and receive like your purpose and fully walking into that. And by, remembering it, you have to reflect on those times where it all made sense, or where you felt the most connected. Go back to that point, like sit with that, meditate on it, reflect on it. Let's see. What else? Holy Spirit. The star. Yeah, have faith that healing is in the forecast. So have faith that not only can you recover and heal from maybe whatever the block is, whatever the fear, wherever that fear lies inside of you that kind of stole that hope. It's kind of, I'm hearing, what is that from Pinocchio, when Jiminy Cricket was singing, it's when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. When you wish upon a star, something about your dreams will come true. I don't remember how the song goes, but I'm hearing that, the reference to that song. Yeah, it's like you had an encounter, and it's so crazy because I don't know if you guys remember the scene of Pinocchio when the fairy godmother, or the fairy, whatever she was, she comes in and she tells Pinocchio that she can grant his wish, but he has to promise to be on his best behavior and be a good boy. So it could be like some point you had an encounter as a child. And it's so funny because I'll never forget this. And I still gaslight myself till to this day sometimes, and I kind of shut that part of myself down. But I remember when I had to have been like 8 years old, maybe 7, 8 years old. And I remember coming home and walking into my bedroom, and at night, and the room, of course, there was no lights on, but there was like a light shining through the window, like, street lights, but it was dark. And I remember seeing this glowing figure in my room. And at that time, I was like, oh, it's a fairy, a tooth fairy coming in my room because I had lost my tooth. And I was thinking she was coming to pick up because I was believing in that type of stuff. Like as kids, you believe in Santa Claus for a little while, whatever. And I just took it as it was a tooth fairy, but I believe it was something else, of course. And I go back and forth, like maybe I was just tripping, maybe I was just kid imagination. But no, I remember vividly seeing this glowing figure in my room. So some of you guys could have had an encounter that was like that, maybe not to that sense or that degree, but something where maybe you experienced something supernatural and you shut it down, or you felt connected to something as a child and you just forgot about it, or you just left it behind, or you chucked it up, it was just as nothing, or you gaslit yourself in some kind of way. But that is what I'm seeing for pile number one. Just gonna make this short and sweet, straight to the point. So what you're getting ready and prepared to receive is something to do with stepping fully into your purpose and embracing the calling, okay? So I'm sending much love to you, pile number one. I hope that this message encourages you, empowers you, motivates you, gives you some love, some peace, some clarity, or some confirmation, revelation, food for thought. And as always, much love. Peace. Pile number two. If you were drawn to the magician, this is your reading. So we're going to use the Trick or Treat Tarot. And I'm going to just intuitively tap into the Magician card and then clarify further what is it that you're being encouraged to get ready to receive. So the Magician, I feel like for some of you, it's more so like believing in your gifts and your talent. So you may be denying that you're good at something, or you have a certain power or niche, or so. It's like something that is you, signature to who you are, what you're capable of, and it's like you don't believe in it. You might want to check out pile number one if you haven't already, but I kind of get this feeling that some of you guys don't fully embrace your gifts or your power. And with power comes responsibility and wisdom, and just not going crazy with it or abusing your gifts and your power. But I feel you kind of deny parts of yourself. Now, for some of you, you could be someone that's called to spiritual work, and not everybody's called to spiritual work, nor certain things. Like there's certain things that people shouldn't just pick up, like tarot decks. Like in my opinion, I feel like tarot, obviously being a spiritual tool, when you're tapping into the tarot, you're tapping into different realms and energies. Not everybody's built for that, to tap in at will or tap into some of the things that they are or whatever. It's like there's certain, protocol there to certain things. People might think differently, but when you're really like, taking certain things, like certain spiritual tools and practices and things like that, you do have to take it seriously. It's not just a trend. It's not just something that you just pick up just for fun, or just think, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok or an Instagram, and I'm just going to start reading people and stuff. Like you have to be called to that. And it's an inner call, yes. And for some people, it's just like something that they're curious about and they get into, which is why a lot of people jump off and be like, oh, I'm going back to Jesus, or something happened to me. It's because not everybody's supposed to be doing that. Or some people kind of, lose themselves mentally with certain, just not even just tarot, but just certain things, working with certain deities, working with certain spirits and stuff. Like you have to really be discerning and wise. Like not everything is for everyone. We really have to be careful. But I feel like for you, it could be a caution thing for you, or it may not even be spiritual work. For some of you, it's just you're good at something, but you don't think that you are. You know, you may downplay it. You may just kind of maybe not even see it as a talent or a gift. You kind of just look at it as like, oh, anybody could do that, or that's easy, or you don't see it as significant as it is. You don't see it as something that no, it's you. Like you have that ability, that skill, or that power, or that talent, or whatever it is. You may just discount it. You may not, really see the worth in it. But let's see what else. What is pile number 2 being guided to get ready to receive? Ego and calm. Yeah. For some of you, it could very well be that you're getting ready to receive kind of like a humbling, because some of you guys might be doing things, overexerting certain things that you shouldn't, or this could go both ways. So if it applies, then don't shoot the messenger. I'm just being real with y'all. I have to tell it like it is. Like spirit might kind of correct some people in a way where if you're doing things that you know you shouldn't, let's say you have the gift of prophecy, and instead of helping people, you are using your gifts to curse people, or you are using like spiritual work to curse people, like let's say getting candles or writing people's names and cursing them. Like you have to be careful. So there was a reason why I said what I said in the beginning, where I said like you could be very powerful. Like you could be very powerful and in a sense need to know how to govern it and be mindful of how much energy you're using or how you're utilizing it, because with power comes great responsibility, remember? So there is a reason why I said what I said. Some of you guys are doing things that you shouldn't with your gifts, your talents, or it could just be simple as being manipulative and um, doing things that are not for you, or trying to manifest things that are out of alignment and out of order with you. Let's say, for instance, trying to manifest a job or something that isn't meant for you. Certain things like, yeah, we can manifest what we want, but there are certain things that are not a vibrational match. So it's like to try to force something. It's kind of like this cockiness that we have as humans when we hear, oh, I can attract whatever I want. It's like this cocky energy behind it without spiritual wisdom and maturity. It's like, well, everything you ask for is not meant for you, or it's not good for you. You can have it, but it's not necessarily good. So it's wiser to be like, I want what's a vibrational match, or what's in a high vibrational match to me, not just anything and everything just because I want it. Like there's a reason why you want it. So you got to discern, okay, why do you want that thing? Is it necessary? Where is the want coming from? What part of yourself is it coming from? Is it coming from a sound place? Is it coming from a wounded place? Is it coming from a prideful place? Is it coming from, because there's something about checking the ego. So for some of you, I hate to say it, I do feel like what you're being ready to receive is kind of like this calming of the ego. Like it like chill, like take a back seat, check yourself before you wreck yourself type of vibe. We all could use that sometimes. We're human. So that could be for some of you trying to feel into this and see if there's another way to look at this, but it's kind of like the T. And okay, for some of you, because I know that might be triggering for some of you guys to hear, like no one likes to hear correction sometimes. We just want to be told what we're good at and we're special and we could do no wrong, but that ain't never helped nobody, not completely at least. So the other thing that I'm getting, if that truly and genuinely does not resonate with you, not because it's triggering and you don't want to hear it, but it genuinely does not apply to you. The other way that I'm getting this to is that you get a lot of insight. Like you get the tea, like spirit reveals the tea to you, and you like check yourself and make sure it's not your ego. It's like, okay, I want to make sure that I'm not getting ahead of myself, or I'm thinking too deep, or I'm out of pocket if I tell this person something. Like just what I just did just now. Like sometimes I just like, I don't really want to say this because I want to make sure that this is not coming from like, you know, me. It's not coming from a place of opinions or me being judgmental. Like I have to discern, you know? So it could be one of those things where spirit does reveal certain things to you, the tea of, and you don't want to sip the tea. It's too high. It's like, I don't think I should do this. I don't know. Um, you might fear that it's the ego, but for some of you, your ego is at play with when it comes to power trips and stuff like that. For some of you, it's just discerning what's your intuition and what's your ego. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you have the Hierophant, and it says tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. So again, take this as it applies. For some of you, it's that arrogance that I can just do whatever I want to do and there's no consequences. And then there's another side to this where Spirit is saying that, yes, tradition is important, but know that you also are unique. You have a different path to walk. You can't look at your gifts and compare it to how so and so does it or how your ancestors did it. There is a uniqueness, there is a limitlessness to your gifts, your talents, your abilities. And this doesn't have to only be spiritual work. This can be like talents that you have and crafts and skills, that something that you're able to cultivate. But for some of you, I'm gonna just say it because I keep getting this, like, be careful of that arrogance, okay? Just be careful, okay? But yeah, other than that, you guys, that's all I'm seeing for you guys of pile number 2. So as always, much love. Be blessed. Be safe. Take care. Peace. Greetings, pile number 3. Last but not least, if you guys were drawn to the 6 of Pentacles card, this is for you. So with the Trick or Treat Tarot, I'm just kind of picking up that you guys are being encouraged to get ready to receive some unlikely type of connection. Could be, I'm getting platonic, but this person could be very valuable in a way of like what they show you. You might think that this person is not to be trusted, and I would use your discernment with anybody, you know. But it's kind of like this energy where your inner child does not fully trust people. You're afraid of the big bad wolf. You're afraid to take candy from strangers, which we're taught to, and it's a very valuable lesson even as an adult, that just because somebody's dishing out something sweet and good doesn't mean that it's trustworthy, right? So there could be someone around that, you know, could be like work, could be something with business, maybe someone that offers to help you or and to invest in you, or this could be someone that may want to come in and they seem to be, you know, implying that they will be an enriching, you know, asset into your life, or, you know, being with them or being friends with them or working something along the lines of some type of coming together or collaboration is beneficial to you. And I would say to use your discernment, but I feel like Spirit wants you to get ready to receive some sort of addition to your circle. Now, I'm going to discern this because I kind of have this feeling that it could go both ways, where Spirit is saying to receive new connections, but it's also saying to get ready to receive like a person entering your life where you're going to have to use discernment on where to place this person, whether they're trustworthy or they are not. I do feel like just because the 6 of Pentacles rules Taurus energy, Taurus is the second house, so it does possibly have something to do with financial energy, financial assets, assets, financial investments, business, work. career. Let's see. What is pile number 3? Okay. You have receive and heal, relax, manifest is at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, some of you guys are being guided to receive this connection, but to also prep through healing, your fear of being receptive, the fear of trusting other people, essentially trusting yourself in order to discern whether you should trust another person. Essentially, that's what that means. But there is something that needs to be healed, and Spirit is calling you to relax. So could be uptight. You could be allowing fear to motivate your decisions or your thinking. So there's this needing a bit of a clear perspective when you're not so uptight, emotional, or in fear or questioning and doubt. It's like allow yourself to, calm your energy, be grounded so that you're able to feel clear and discern what's for you versus what's not for you, and who's for you and who's not for you. It's like, I feel like if you're not getting any indications not to trust someone and they're showing you, that they're cool, they're not here to harm you, give them a chance. But because there's always red flags. Sometimes you get it initially not to, invite someone into your life, not to, trust people. You get that right away. But some instances, it's like you don't get anything, but your fear is there and there's no reason for you not to trust. I would say trust your discernment, but if it's coming from a place that's not warranted, there's no real reason for you to not trust, then to give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, definitely give people the benefit of the doubt. If they show you that they cannot be trusted, if they show you that they cannot be trusted, then at that point, cut it off, right? Don't give people, I always say this, like I learned my lesson, like don't give people too many chances. Okay? Because you don't want to walk through life with that guard. This is something that I've not even saying that I've mastered it. I'm still working through it, but I'm learning, like, how to pay attention to the red flags and how to discern when it's fear, and anxiety versus something that I really have something to worry about. So over time, you learn how to trust yourself when it comes to different energies and different people outside of yourself. Like you got to learn how to trust yourself within those circumstances. And Spirit always gives us a heads up. The signs are always there. So trust it. Let's see, what are you being called? Get ready to receive. Page of Wands. Just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it will be effortless. So the Spirit is sending you help, I feel. So there could be something that you've been setting intentions for, you've been trying to manifest. For some of you, it is love. This girl is picking roses. So it could be something pertaining love, and sometimes flowers can also represent appreciation. People wanting to show you that they appreciate you. Could be something with friendship. There's sunflowers, there's roses. Yellow flowers for me sometimes is a sign of friendship. But I feel like you're seen, you're loved, you're appreciated. So allow people to come and help you. It doesn't always have to be a motive behind it. And maybe you've experienced that in the past. So this is helping you to heal those past traumas of when people said that they cared about you or they wanted to help you or they wanted to invest. There was, some shadiness behind it. This is transmuting the energy. There's candles here. So you may have even set intentions or you did some mirror work. Your energy is magnificent and it's illuminating and it is attracting people. But right now I'm seeing that it's attracting the right person. So The Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. It says replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Most definitely. Like, trust yourself. Okay. You could be a fire sign because there's a lot of fire energies coming out. So yeah, I do see like someone wants to help you, or just people want to come, you know, give you your flowers. And maybe that's not comfortable for you because you're used to people taking from you. Okay. So I hope that this resonated with those who it's meant to resonate with. I'm sending much love as always to you guys. Be blessed, be safe, take care, peace.